Hello everyone, how are you feeling today? I hope you're feeling good. If you're feeling good, can you show me a thumbs up? If you are not so well, maybe like this. If you are under the weather, maybe you're sick with the flu, you're sick with something, maybe a thumbs down. But it is my prayer and my hope that we all be feeling good. Welcome to our program, Lifestyle Diseases with Dr. Alaisa. I'm Dr. Alaisa Mbiriri. I'm a preventive health and lifestyle medicine specialist. I treat, prevent, and manage disease with lifestyle modification. So today we are talking about obesity. Yes, obesity. Did you know that obesity is a disease? Yes, obesity is a disease. For many people, they don't think that obesity is a disease. Some people think that obesity is just a risk factor for other diseases, but no, obesity is a disease. So what is obesity? Obesity is when your BMI, your body mass index, is above 30. When we are talking about body mass index, we are talking about your weight in relation to your height. Your ideal body weight should be between 18.5 to 24.9. Okay, maybe let me just take you back a little bit. How do you calculate BMI? Okay, BMI, like what we are seeing here, our BMI is your weight in kgs divided by your height squared. So for example, if your weight is 80 kgs and your height is 1.65, you are taking your weight 80 kgs divided by 1.65 squared and you get your BMI. If your BMI is between 18.5 to 24.9, that's ideal body weight, ideal BMI. If your BMI is between 25 to 29.9, that is overweight. The disease comes when your BMI is 30 and above. That is obesity, which is the disease. Right now, globally, we are talking about globesity. Globesity is when we are referring to the pandemic of obesity. That we now have too many people who are obese world over. It's now a pandemic. I'm sure you know about pandemic. Everyone is talking about the coronavirus pandemic. Yes, coronavirus is a pandemic and obesity is also a pandemic. And this, unfortunately, obesity, on its own, it's a disease, and it also increases your chances of getting other diseases like hypertension, which is your high blood pressure, diabetes, type 2 diabetes, your different types of cancers. It increases your chances of getting heart disease. It increases your chances of getting different types of it increases your chances of cardiac arrest, your strokes. So obesity is a disease. It is also a risk factor for other diseases. And of course, right now, you know what? People who are dying from coronavirus, most of them have underlying conditions. One of the major underlying conditions which is making people succumb to coronavirus is obesity. So if you are looking at me and your BMI is above 30, you have a disease. Number one, that's one thing that I want you to know. Obesity is a disease. And number two, your chances of surviving and recovering from coronavirus are lower. You lower your chances of getting better from coronavirus, or even you increase your chances of dying from coronavirus if you are obese. Looking at coronavirus fatality rate, it's below 5%. If we have 100 people who get coronavirus, only 5 of them die or less. But of those 5 who are die, majority of them are people who have underlying conditions, and obesity is on the number 1. So in this time of a pandemic, don't add to the diseases on you. We are all at a risk of getting COVID-19. But if you have this underlying condition of obesity, you are making it worse for yourself. Your recovery may take longer. And if the unfortunate thing happens, you may die with coronavirus. So work on your weight before coronavirus hits you. Work on your weight. So how do I do this? There are so many different ways that people are talking about when it comes to losing weight. There are things like there are some fad diets, different type of diets. You have your banting diet, your keto diet. There are so many, over hundreds of the different types of diets that people embark on. Some people use pills. There are so many ways that people think of when they are thinking of losing weight. But let me tell you, what is important when you are looking at weight loss, or whatever you choose, it should be sustainable. It should be a lifestyle that you do it for the rest of your life. It should not be a diet that you go on a diet for 1 month. It should not be something that you do for 3 months or for 6 weeks. It should be a lifestyle. It should be sustainable. If you embark on a diet, which is a diet for 6 weeks, a diet for 1 month for you to lose weight, that's not the ideal way of losing weight. Your ideal weight loss should be something sustainable, should be something which is for a lifetime. Most of these fad diets which people embark on, they may give you instant results. Yes, you get results when you embark on a fad diet. You may lose your weight within 3 weeks. You lose your 50 kilos. Within a month, you are losing your 80 kilos. If you were 160, yes, they may produce results immediately, but that is not good for your body. Most of the time, it will cause damage and harm to your other organs in the long run. If you are embarking, the ideal weight loss, according to the American Dietetic Association, it is when you are losing 10% of your weight in 6 months. That is the ideal weight loss. That is good for your body. What does this mean? If I'm 80 kilos, the ideal weight loss would be me losing 8 kgs in 6 months, not losing 20 kgs in 3 weeks. That is not good for you. We can only recommend that abrupt weight loss when you are someone with a comorbidity. You have obesity and you also have hypertension. You have obesity and you also have diabetes mellitus. You have obesity and you also have another condition, arthritis. That's when we may recommend certain measures to help you lose that weight faster. Someone who's obesity class 3 will may be recommended for surgery, bariatric surgery, or someone where you're getting your excess fat removed, you're getting your stomach inverted. You may be put on pharmacotherapy, given medication to manage your weight loss. But anyone who is not on obesity class 3, you need to look at your energy intake and energy expenditure. So everyone, when you are talking about weight loss, it is important that you understand these two things. Weight gain comes when your energy intake is higher than your energy expenditure. Like you're looking at what we are seeing there. When your energy intake is higher than your energy expenditure, you get a net weight gain. So what do you have to do? You have to increase your energy expenditure. How do you increase your energy expenditure? By increasing your physical activity. So you need to increase your physical activity for you to lose your weight. In some cultures and in some communities, a big body is a sign of that you're doing well or you're being taken care of. But it is a danger to your health. So these are the things that I want you to do when you are looking at ways of reducing weight. Number 1, eat things that are grown as much as possible, things that are close to nature. This is eating a whole foods plant-based diet. A whole foods plant-based diet means you are eating more of your foods in their natural state. Number 2, you are eating your breakfast regularly. Don't skip breakfast. There are people who, when they are on a weight loss journey, they skip breakfast. They think if they skip breakfast, it will help them to lose weight. No, that's wrong. Don't skip breakfast. Your breakfast should give you about 1/3 to a half of your total calories that you need in a day. So this means that if you are eating a whole foods plant-based diet, you have your whole grains, you have your fruits, you have your vegetables. This should your breakfast should be the largest. Your lunch, they say, eat your breakfast like a king, eat your lunch like a prince, and eat your supper like a pauper. So don't skip breakfast. If you skip breakfast, it gives you a challenge of snacking throughout the day, which is one thing that you need to avoid when you are losing weight. When you want to lose weight, avoid snacking at all costs. Eat a diet which fills you, eat a meal which fills you, which is high fiber. When you are eating a high fiber diet, you can eat more, but you weigh less. So you eat more of high fiber food, plant, vegetables, fruits, and you eat all you want, eat all you can. And by so doing, you'll be full for longer and you won't snack throughout the day. And then number 3, eat regular meals. Your meals should be regular. And if you're, like I've already mentioned, eat breakfast like a what? Yes, eat breakfast like a king, eat lunch like a prince, eat supper like a pauper. So 3 regular meals, with your breakfast being your largest meal and your supper being your lightest meal. It is also important that when you are eating supper, you eat it about 4 to 5 hours before you go to bed. Don't go to bed on a full tummy. If you go to bed on your full tummy, that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for gaining weight. So go to bed at least after 4 to 5 hours after you've eaten your supper. And then drink water regularly. You need to drink about 8 to 10 glasses of water in a day. Of course, we have ways of calculating the ideal number of glasses that you need based on your weight. But on average, we talk about 8 to 10 glasses of water in a day. When you are feeling thirsty, don't take sugary beverages, don't take in soft drinks, don't take alcohol. There are some people who take alcohol when they are thirsty. Did you know that when you are looking at the calories that come from the different foods that you eat, fats, they give you about 9 calories. Alcohol gives you 7. 1 gram, I'm talking about 1 gram of fat gives you 9 calories. 1 gram of alcohol gives you 7 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrate or protein gives you 4 calories. So if you are someone who is taking 2 cans of alcohol, you are getting 300 calories from just taking 2 cans of alcohol. So alcohol puts you at a higher risk of putting on weight, and it will not help you when you want to reduce weight. So cut down on your alcohol. If it means stopping taking alcohol, stop that. And in this pandemic, coronavirus pandemic, we are saying it is not good for your immune system, and it is not good for you to be obese and you get coronavirus. So reducing or eliminating alcohol, it is good for you when we are talking about weight loss. Cut down on your sugary things. Of course, we know sugary things, they are just empty calories. When you are taking in cans of soft drinks, you are taking in sugary beverages, you are taking all the sweet things. They will give you lots of calories which are not baked with vitamins and minerals. Exercise regularly. You need to be on the move. You need to be on the move. Exercise to shed off that weight. Do this by maybe walking 10,000 steps in a day. You can get a pedometer, which measures the steps that you have taken in a day, or you can download an app for your phone, which measures the steps that you have taken in a day, and also it looks at the calories that you have burnt when you have exercised or when you have walked. So it is important that you get about 150 minutes of exercise in a week. This is broken down to 30 minutes of exercise for at least 5 days in a week, which we can still break down. Maybe you are getting 10 minutes of exercise throughout the day. So it is important that you are on the move. If there is a time that you were supposed to make a decision of losing weight, it is now. It is now. It is now that you need to make a decision of losing weight, looking at the havoc that coronavirus is doing to people who are obese. Looking at our numbers of the people who are dying with coronavirus, what we are getting from it is the underlying conditions. In number one, it's obesity. There are so many things that we can talk about. The inflammation that this obesity causes inside your body, which will make your recovery slower. So eating, this is the time for you to make, in as much as you are making a decision to put on your mask to prevent coronavirus, you're making a decision to sanitize, you're making a decision to isolate or to do social distance. The next important decision that you have to make now is lose weight. Yes, I'm talking to you, lose weight. But do not embark on fad diets. Do not embark on things that are not sustainable. You have a sustainable way of weight loss. You only do this by increasing your whole foods in your diet, increasing foods in their natural state as much as possible, reducing your intake of saturated fats and cholesterol, which come from animal products and animal sources, eating 5 to 7 servings of vegetables in a day, 2 to 3 fruits in a day. Where you normally put a dessert from a cake, maybe you have a sweet dessert, a cake, you have something, a pudding, put a fruit instead. So make a decision of losing weight, and by doing the things that I've mentioned, drink enough water, eliminate or reduce your alcohol intake, and stop smoking. Smoking will affect you. In fact, smoking will also increase your chances of gaining weight if you are then going to consume empty calories. So let's watch our weight. If you haven't checked your weight in a while now, look for a scale, go somewhere, check your weight, check your height, calculate your BMI, and put measures for you to lose weight. You can do this in small steps. Do this in small steps. You start by cutting down. If you are putting 3 spoons of rice, when you're serving your rice, you can now start by putting 2 spoons of rice. If you were eating polished rice, refined rice, you may now look at eating brown rice, black rice, unrefined rice. If you were eating your polished grains, you're eating your sadza. To those who eat sadza, you're eating it from a refined meal. You are now eating it unrefined. You look for ways of adding fiber to your diet. This will help you to lose weight. Don't procrastinate this decision to lose weight because coronavirus is by the window. Let's beat obesity together. God bless you.